You can watch SeemsGoodMagic.com team members live stream at www.twitch.tv/Inez27. If you enjoy our videos, you can support us by going to SeemsGoodMagic.com, clicking on eBay store, and purchasing some singles or playsets. Thanks and enjoy. What's going on, everybody? Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here for another Gatecrash pre-release draft. We've got a good pack here. Nightveil Spectre is a pretty strong card. He's got evasion. He lets you steal and do stuff with them. That card's strong. Ground Assault is very good. This card is just very solid removal. I'm debating whether I want the solid piece of removal over the Nightveil Spectre. There's also Legionnaire, which is just awesome Boros card. Devour Flesh, pretty good removal. So the best cards in the pack. I'm pretty sure the Ground Assault is better than the Nightveil Spectre, actually. I mean, this thing does evade and like steal stuff. It's cool. It's like just a cool, good card. Definitely a good card. But I think I'd rather take the Ground Assault and just get an awesome piece of removal. Cheap, easy to use, powerful, effective. Okay. Follow-up pick. Well, I mean, another Legionnaire. It's not getting any worse. Scab Clan Charger is very good, though. 4 toughness is kind of the magic number. I guess I'm not opposed to taking Legionnaire. Ground Assault is certainly splashable. It's early enough where I probably just want to take the best cards. Sky Knight Legionnaire is very good. Gotta love that haste. Scab Clan Charger is very good too, though. Sky Knight Legionnaire is significantly better, though, especially if you're going for some sort of battalion shenanigans. I guess Scab Clan Charger does stay a little more on theme, but Legionnaire is just so much better. I feel like Chargers are going to be easier to get. I think I'm going Legionnaire. Doesn't exactly work with our first pick, admittedly, but I need to just be picking the best cards here for now. Okay, so this is like Martial Glory versus Syndic, and I'm pretty sure the Tides is just better. Extort's awesome, and he's just well-costed one, that is for sure. So we're going to take the Syndic over the Martial Glory. I do like Martial Glory, but he's good enough where I want to take him there. What's this Veteran do? He gains double strike? That's pretty cool. I actually didn't even remember this guy. That guy's cool. I could take the Basilica Guards. I'm not opposed to that, actually. The card's pretty awesome. There's also Pit Fight, which is cool, but it's not the best based on what we already have, but it's still fine. It's still perfectly fine. Let's see. I guess the best card in here is probably the Basilica Guards. Veteran's cool, but he's a little pricey for 1 toughness. Executioner Swing is good removal, but I'm already in kind of 3 colors I'm shuffling around. I think we'll take the Guards. I like them a lot. Wow, what's this crazy card do? Turn each creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty good. We're certainly not passing anything else. Dutiful Thrall, but we're probably not black. And this, I guess this is a little more difficult to play than I'm thinking. Convert mana. I mean, there's nothing else for us. I think I'm just going to take it. I'm not 100% that I could even play it in here, but we'll take it. Furious Resistance is decent. Millennial Gargoyle is a flyer, so I guess I could take it here. What's this do again? No. This isn't very good. Razor Tip Whip, not that great. I guess we take the Gargoyle. Okay. Guildgate for some fixing. I think that I'm going to take that over the Trick. I would still like to splash for the Ground Assault. I still think it's worth it. And we may not... Well, I mean, at this point we're pretty base white. So I guess Guildgate just lets us splash a little bit. but I think I'm still okay with that. Could take the Greenside Watcher. Could also take the Night Watch, since we're guaranteed white. That might just be the best. Watcher's good with the Guildgate, definitely. I think we'll just take the Night Watch. Okay, we can do Riot Gear, which is pretty good. I don't think I want another Gargoyle. Shielded Passage is fine, but I think we'll take a Riot Gear. I'm more likely to actually play it. Okay, we can take Founder Street Denizen here, and not a lot else for us, so I think that's going to be what it is. Can take another Ghoul Guildgate. I don't think I'm opposed to that. It's going to make the Ground Assault splash easier. Another Night Watch would be fine too, but I'm just going to take the Guildgate. Don't need this. Don't really want to play this. Take a foil. Well, got a 10 Street Market anyway, I guess. I've yet to play this card. Alright, so we're kind of on an awkward path at the moment. I mean, I guess we're almost assuredly Boros, but I would definitely like to get some more... I mean, I'd at least like to get some battalion to... Wow, well, that was a hell of a card to pick, especially since we're already on the path to splash for red. Is there anything else in here that we're hoping to table? Possibly the Guildgate. Denizen's fine in this deck. Let's see, Slaughterhorn's fine, but maybe a little awkward on the splash. I mean, it's 100% Clan Defiance. I'm just seeing what we can table. This card is so... It's like a 3-for-1 fireball. Seriously. That is almost exactly what it is. Massive Raid, I think I want... I kind of like this card. It's removal, plus it can just kill your opponent sometimes. Gruul Key Rune's decent. Massive Raid's actually removal, though, which we're a little short on beyond the Defiance and Ground Assault. I guess 3-color getting double red is a little bit more difficult. So maybe the Goblin or the Griffin's better. I guess Goblin works a little better with some Extort than Griffin would. I think it's early enough where I want the removal here, though. I like this card quite a bit. Okay, so now it's Syndic of Tides versus Scorchwalker or something. We're just taking the Syndic of Tides. I like me some Extort. Alright, definitely taking the Madcap skills here. This card is pretty amazing. Very, very strong. So far, Immortal Servitude actually looks like it might be playable in this deck, believe it or not. If we pick up more 3-drop creatures or less, this card actually is realistic to play. Otherwise, might be a little more difficult to actually get value out of it, but maybe it's a better sideboard card in case your opponent has a lot of removal or something. But I feel like it's fine in general. Okay, we actually have a choice here. We can do Boros Elite, which is pretty good. Got Bomber Core, which I think I might like more. Other than that, there's Ruination Worm, but green is still our splash color. We're just splashing it for our removal. So I think at this point we just stay pure Boros, unless we get another, Nuts Clan Defiance-like card. So Elite versus Bomber Core, that is the question. This is a 1-drop, but unless I have creatures to support it, it's not going to be that good. On the other hand, Bomber Core can actually ping things and kill them. I'm actually not sure which one of these two is better. This is the uncommon, which would hint to you that this one's probably better. But I'm not exactly sure on that. I think I'm actually going to go with the Elite. I don't actually know which one's better. I guess the other one kills this, but whatever. Wait, what does this card do again? That card's pretty good. I think we just take the 3rd Guildgate and then we don't actually even have to play a forest, most likely. 3 guild gates, and we're probably good on our splash. Could also take the Predator, which is pretty good. I think I'd rather make sure my mana base is sound. Alright, we can take the Boros Key Rune, which is pretty good. We can also take this Skin Brand Goblin. I mean, he only gets good when you have support for him, I guess. Could also just take the Griffin. We look like we're a little short on creatures. This one's evasive. I think I'm going to take it. Let's see how good this would be on the splash. Creatures without flying can't block. That's pretty good. We can also do gain control all permanents I own. It's decent. 3 damage to each creature with flying. Decent, because we don't have a ton of flyers, but we do have 3, I guess. That's otherwise, I'm just taking aerial maneuver. Is this on the splash? I feel like creatures without flying can't block is probably good enough for at least attempting a splash. Well, do I take a 4th guild gate? I don't think I'm opposed to that. I'm certainly not passing anything here. I don't really like this card all that much. It's decent. Alright, we'll take the 4th guild gate, and now it's 100% that we don't need to run a green source. And we can probably pretty easily run green spells at this point. So, take an adaptive Snapjaw. Here we'll take the commandos, which I think are actually okay, not amazing. Let's take another gargoyle, I guess. We are a little bit short on creatures. Ruination Worm, sure. Four Gruul Guild Gates, pretty strange, but that's cool. I could probably play Crackling Perimeter in this deck, honestly. Strange as that is. We're a little bit short on early pressure, so I guess I would like some more 2-drops or 1-drops. Some more Madcap skills, some Battalion guys. Wrecking Ogre is a very good card. Madcap skills is also very good. There's enough upside to Wrecking Ogre. I want to take it. I mean, blood rushing an unblocked creature and giving it +3/+3 and double strike is just obscene. So, unfortunately, passing the Madcap skills, which I'd be happy to take a second of. But Wrecking Ogre is very good, so I'll take it. Okay, here we can do Arrows of Justice. We can do another Sky Knight Legionnaire. We can also do Daring Skyjack. I like the Legionnaire more. I like Arrows of Justice a lot. Arrows of Justice is really good. I feel like I want more pressure, though, so I'm kind of tempted to take the Sky Knight Legionnaire. We don't have a ton of Battalion to reward us with, but I kind of feel like it's just the best card in general. Arrows of Justice is so good. What's our removal? We've got the Defiance, Ground Assault, Massive Raid. And Massive Raid's not good unless we have more creatures. I think our deck honestly needs this Legionnaire. We need some more early pressure. Legionnaire's really good at that. So I'm going to take it. Debtor's Pulpit's actually playable, I think. Otherwise, Greenside Watcher, which works pretty well with 4 gates. But I don't like the early green. I kind of wanted to stick it to early white and red. And these definitely aren't played early anyway. I think we take the Debtor's Pulpit. I think this card's actually playable. It's a little bit slow, I'll admit, but I think it's okay. Alright, we can take Mugging or Bomber Core. Still a little bit short on creatures. I'm going to take the Bomber Core. Our deck's short on early creatures, and I want more Battalion. Could take another Basilica Guard. It's definitely better than Skinbrand Goblin. Gyre Sage foil, pretty cool. I mean, it's fine in this deck too, but I don't think I need it. I guess I could evolve a bunch and then get off a sick Clan Defiance. I don't know, though. I also want the Skinbrand Goblin. I want the Basilica Guard. There's a lot of things I want. Basilica Guard's awkward alongside Battalion guys, though. but it's good for flying in there. We have plenty of flyers. It's definitely I got to take a creature here. So Skinbrand versus Guards. Guards is just so much better. I'm going Guards. Yes, it's awkward alongside some of these creatures, but I think that's okay. Alright, I think we take the Key Rune here. We actually have a good amount of stuff that we want mana for. Plus it's a little more fixing. There's some creatures I'm hopefully not playing, so I still need to get as many early creatures as I can. We're running low on picks, though. Alright. Definitely taking the Charger over the second Commando. Because I can Blood Rush it, I guess. And our fixing is pretty good for... We're pretty well set up for 3-color, but 4-drop is probably the minimum I want to start playing green creatures. Righteous Charge is cool. Let's take the Thunder Fist over the Xertas Swine. Although the Swine is more versatile, the Thunder Fist is easier to cast. I guess this is better alongside Blood Rushing on that, getting in for a bunch. We already have a ton of 5-drops, so I can Blood Rush this. Alright, I convinced myself, whatever. Another Worm. What's Fortress Cyclops do? It's kind of cool. I feel like this card's actually okay. This card's not very good in our deck because we don't have a ton of green creatures. This guy's fine, but we already have him. Alright, let's take the Cyclops. What's this guy do? I don't really like it that much in this deck. Guess we take a second Charger. Shielded Passage is fine. Take a rare, I guess. Is it it's activated abilities, right? I don't know if I have any. I have to look. I don't think I do, though. Guess this. Third one, why not? Alright, well. It's an interesting deck. I've got some real choices to make here. We're fine for doing 3-color, I'm pretty sure. I gotta make my mana. I gotta make my mana real good. Let's see all the cards I for sure want to play. Maybe we have enough to actually make a Gruul deck, but I have too much white. Well, let's just put in all the good cards for now. Or decent cards, I guess. Some of these aren't so good. That card's not that good either. Well, if I... I like our green being late game, so I'm not opposed to this. And these, like I said, they don't have to be played early. Probably want this Key Rune. And that's 23. 15 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that can get in early. I'm not sure yet. May just want to charge. What's the weakest things I've gotten here? Foundry Street Denizen's pretty weak. We don't even have a ton of red creatures to reward it with. We've got the Legionnaires, Bomber Corps. I don't know. How much battalion do I have? I have the Elite, Bomber Corps, this guy. That's it. That's not a ton either. Maybe I want the Chargers in here. Let's do more of like a resilient build. This is a weird deck, I'll admit. But I'm not really feeling the Denizen. I don't feel like we're going to be aggressive enough. I don't even really like the Elite all that much, but I guess it does trigger my Extort. I don't even really like Bomber Corps that much in this deck. I think Debtor's Pulpit's actually fine. Maybe I can cut Ruination Worm. Because I've still got pretty good finishers. This deck's certainly interesting. I think I like the Chargers more than the Snapjaws because they're good combat tricks as well as good blockers for my flyers, my Legionnaires, my Griffin, and I guess that's all I have for flyers. But I don't really want to play the Gargoyles. I don't really like them all that much. We look fairly resilient. We've got some good extort. Can end the game easy. We've got some good game enders in the Clan Defiance, Wrecking Ogre. Alright, I think I feel comfortable running it like this. So I probably do want to throw in a forest alongside the 4 guild gates. So we'll put in... Well, let's see what they suggest with that. So they want 5 white. Well, we only need 1 forest. We definitely need more white than red. So maybe we do... Alright, let's see. This would be... Could do 9... This is 9 red, 5 green, 7 white. So I can probably do 8 white, 8 red, 5 green. Because I do want the double red for massive raid, and I want to be able to at least play my Legionnaires on turn 3. I think I'm cool with that. Alright, so pretty interesting deck. Maybe I want to just sort of ditch the whole battalion plan in general. Like maybe Boros Elite doesn't even look that good. And I want to do more of like a evasive and then block on the ground deck. But because Basilica Guards and Fortress Cyclops and Nav Squad Commandos and even this guy, like all these guys are good blockers. But it slows down the deck a little bit. Less opportunities to get value out of Syndic of Tides. I mean, Boros Elite's probably fine in here, but I might just prefer to have a flyer. Adaptive Snapjaw is probably fine in here too, but there's not a ton of cards that it gets value from. Could just play the Riot Gear too, which isn't bad. But then I'm at what, 15 creatures, which is a little bit awkward. I don't actually know. I don't really like Boros Elite that much in here. I feel like we're not going to be able to get Battalion that often. So maybe I should even ditch the Battalion idea. Like even Bomber Corps then doesn't look that great. Maybe do the Riot Gear. Try it. 15 creatures with the Night Watch. This is tough. This is tough. I like this for blocking purposes, though. Sky Knight Legionnaire suddenly is like awkward in here. It's not horrible, it's just... I don't know. I don't know what my game plan is, I guess. I guess Gear and Keyrune work reasonably well. Alright, I think I'm going to run it like this. I don't think the Battalion are good enough in here where I'm going to consistently get value out of them. Maybe Gruul Charm is unnecessary. But a lot of times it just reads, your guys are unblockable. I think that's why I like it. And it randomly kills flyers. Yeah, I guess it kills my flyers too, though. I'll give it a try. I actually don't know about it yet. So we're a little bit short on creatures, but I think this deck's actually still fine. So we're going to run it like this and see how we do.